little spaghetti noodle blanket towel up with your spine. So you want to make sure that you're completely supported. Very slowly coming on to the blanket. And then taking a moment just to get situated. So if you feel like this is too much on your back, you have two options. You can roll over and release it and just lie flat on your back, or you can fold it a little out more so you could take this and then just make it a little wider. And just lie back on your back. So I'm going to plunge and finding what feels good, finding what feels comfortable. This opening posture is a very relaxing posture, and we don't want to create any tension or any pain in the body. So just allowing yourself to rest down on the blanket. And when you find that comfortable spot, again, to allow the shoulders to melt towards the earth. You can either keep the eyes open or you can gently flutter them closed. Relax the feet. Allow the feet to open and just relax. And just really give yourself this moment to just connect with your breath as you inhale and as you exhale, following the natural rhythm. And then allow yourself to connect your breath with your body. Feel the body as it moves, as it expands, and as it relaxes with each inhalation and exhalation. When you're comfortable in your natural rhythm of breath, on the next inhalation, begin to gently take the breath a little bit deeper. Inviting the process to allow yourself to pull the breath down into the belly. Becoming aware of the deep inhalation and the deep exhalation. Making sure to really allow the body to just be and welcome whatever is ready. During your deep breathing, if you find that you get lightheaded or maybe a little bit dizzy, just very slowly return back to the normal rhythm of your breath. And even in your normal breathing, the normal rhythm, you can go a little bit slower to help relax the body and relax the mind. And then when you're ready, and the body is welcoming the deep breath, go ahead and pull that big sip of air in. Really feeling it as it pulls down into the belly. And then as you exhale, feel the belly as it gently falls back towards the spine. Moving into our Durga breath, our 3-part breath. On your next inhalation, once more, bringing the breath down into the belly. Feel it completely expand. Then feel the chest and the lungs expand. And then if you're ready and willing, allow the chest to rise, bringing it up to the 3rd part. And then as you exhale, allow the chest to fall first, the lungs to fall, and then the belly to fall back down towards the spine. Once more, inhale, pulling the breath all the way down to the belly. And in, feeling the lungs expand and the chest rise. Filling the body with prana. And then as you exhale, finding your own rhythm within your Durga breath, your 3-part breath. Taking a few more rounds. And when you're ready, bringing your awareness back to the chest, back to the sensation of the rise and fall of the chest as you return to just a normal, deep breath. If you choose to stay with your Durga pranayama, that is perfectly fine as well. Becoming aware of the mind as it gently relaxes. And very slowly, whenever you're ready, bringing our soles of our feet up back to the floor. Noticing our knees are pointed up more a little towards the sky. And then very slowly exhale, rolling on to your comfortable side of your fetal posture. And taking in that big sip of air, really feeling the body expand, feeling every inch, and then exhale. One more, inhale deep through the nose. And then whenever you're ready, allow the body to release. Inhale. And then whenever you're ready, as you exhale, begin to push up with the hands, coming up into a nice, easy seated posture. Closing the eyes. Feeling the hands as the top of the hands fall very nicely onto the knees. Becoming aware of the weight of the hands as they rest on the knees. Checking in with the length of our spine, making sure that it is nice and tall. Feeling the breath as it enters through the nose, and with each inhalation, elongating, feeling ourselves stretching up more towards the sky. And then exhale. Continuing with our practice, moving into a alternate nostril breath, Nadi Shodhana. Very slowly, just flutter the eyes open. So take the right hand, and we're going to form our Vishnu Mudra. So I have carpal tunnel in my right hand, so excuse me, my fingers don't want to fall down. But what you want to do is you want to bring your index finger and your middle finger down. So your ring finger and your pinky finger are still staying up. If you have arthritis or like myself, carpal tunnel, you may notice that these little guys don't want to stay straight, and that's perfectly fine. So we're forming our Vishnu Mudra in our right hand, ready for receiving. We're going to bring our hand in front of our face, taking our right thumb very slowly, making some pressure, pushing it against the right nostril. You want to inhale deep through the left nose, the left nostril. closing off that right nostril. And then with your ring finger, you want to close the left and then exhale through the right. On the next inhalation, inhale once more through the right. Taking our thumb, close that right nostril, releasing that ring finger, and then exhaling through the left. Inhale through the left. Taking that ring finger once more, closing that left nostril, and then exhaling through the right. So if you have like a deviated septum and it's hard whenever you close one of the nostrils to breathe through, you can always use your thumb to help push open the nostril by pushing up onto, I always use mine to help push open the right nostril, and also to help push up on the cheek a little bit. It'll help open the nostril, the airway a little bit more. And if it's on the left side, you can always use this to push up on the side of the cheek. Just make sure you don't poke your eye. So finding your own rhythm of your Nadi Shodhana. Some people even use the fingers and place them on the forehead to help do the fingers. Whatever works best for you. So what we're doing is we're opening the left side and the right side of the brain. And we're bringing in good energy for a good weekend. It helps calm the mind, helps clear the mind. This is also good for sinuses as well. If you have a sinus headache, any tension headaches, this is a really good breathing exercise that you can utilize at work if you're on a break or whatnot. I also use this pranayama exercise for anxiety and stress. And if I have a long day and I need to really focus, I'll start my day with my alternate nostril breath. So continuing with wherever you are, just keep finding that rhythm. And you want to allow the rhythm to just flow you instead of doing counting or anything. We don't want to disrupt the energy and the breath as it flows through the body. Just go with what feels good. As we move to close the alternate nostril breath exercise, on your next inhalation through the right nose, you're going to inhale through the right nostril. And as you close with the right thumb onto the right nostril, you're going to exhale through the left. And then release the hand back down to the knee. Return to the normal rhythm of breath. Keeping our eyes closed, we're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Really taking a deep breath, feeling ourselves as we expand up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, gently bring the left hand down to the right outside of the knee, using our right hand behind us to help very gently open us up into a twist to the right side. Inhale back to center, bringing our hands up above. And then very slowly exhale, bringing our right hand to the outside of our left knee, our left hand behind us for support, and gently, nice twist to the left. Inhale, bringing our arms back to center, opening that chest up nice and wide towards the sky. And then as you exhale, keeping that chest open, the gaze up towards the sky, you're going to bring your hands down to your knees. Keeping the chest open, inhale really deep. And then as you exhale, rolling the pelvis, tucking the chin towards the chest into a nice cat. Inhale, open once more into cow. Exhale, into cat. Inhale, rolling open. And then very slowly, taking your time on this one, exhale, really feel yourself roll into a nice big cat stretch. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back to center, bringing those arms up once more, welcoming in all goodness, and then exhale, allowing them to fall in front. And we're going to do a very gentle seated forward fold. So you can choose to walk the hands way out in front. You can keep them here and cross them at your forearms, kind of balancing on the forearm and the elbow. What you want to do is make sure that your sit bones are on the ground and you're hinging forward at the hips and you're keeping a nice flat back. So if this helps you more with keeping that nice flat back, I totally invite you to welcome it. If you are ready to take the arms out, take the stretch a little bit deeper. Very slowly walking the hands back to center if you had them out. If you had them on your forearms, very slowly just pushing yourself back up. Taking our legs, bringing them out in front. Doing a nice windshield wiper, and then when you're ready, bringing them where the opposite leg is either out in front or now on top if you're doing half lotus, or if you're in full lotus, just switching out the cross of the legs. Inhale, opening the arms up towards the sky, stretch, 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 and then as you exhale, opening that chest, bringing that gaze up towards the sky. We're really opening up ourselves. Keeping the back straight though. You don't want to concave in because we're doing our cactus arms, but we're doing a nice heart opener. And then as you exhale, gently go to the right. Holding our arms in a nice cactus football goal post. Exhale back to center. Inhale nice and tall, and then exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, arms up above, and then exhale, bringing our hands back down. And you can also experiment with Sphinx arms. So if you don't like the forearms this way, like as if you're cradling down, you can also use them to support against the legs and then help just support you, keeping that nice flat back. So you should really feel the stretch in you should feel it in your hips and you should feel it in your glutes. Nice deep breaths. And then when you're ready, exhale very slowly. Come back to center. Rolling on. Releasing out the legs, doing a nice little windshield wiper really quick, and then swooping them around, coming up into our table. So using our blanket to form a nice little cushion under the knees. For table, I always like to be very gentle, especially to my knees when I'm starting out in my practice, especially if it's the first practice of the day or the evening. So I want my body to feel good while I'm working, and I want it to be nice and relaxed. So from here in our table, I would invite you to very slowly inhale, dropping that belly, bringing the gaze up towards into our nice cow. And then as you exhale, bring that left knee up towards the nose. Inhale, sweeping it back, opening up, really point that toe. So this is our nice tiger variation. We're going to inhale, bring that knee to our nose, and then exhale. And really take your time. So with your rhythm of your inhale and exhale, really allow yourself to feel the movement of the body within your breath and taking your time, really opening the body up. Inhale, bringing that knee back to the nose. And as you exhale, we're going to bring it back behind us into a nice straight leg, three-legged table. And then we're going to very gently do a nice figure four, forming a nice L. And then very slowly go ahead and turn it out. And then very gently bring that left leg out to the side like you're a puppy dog and you're peeing on a fire hydrant. So you want to make sure that your hip is nice and aligned, and you want to make sure that the hip is nice and aligned over the knee. So this can be a little tricky with balance and with strength training, and just stay here for a few breaths. Making sure to push up through the hands. Pushing up into the shoulders, not allowing ourselves to slouch. And then as you exhale, bring it down towards the earth. And then very slowly rock it back, coming into a nice child's pose. So if you felt any back pain or back discomfort when we just did that last posture with our variation of our three-legged table. If this did not feel good and it hurt, you can always either straighten the leg out. You can also bring the leg down to the earth for a nice resting pose, or you can just leave it back in a three-legged table. So now very slowly in our child's. Inhale, we're going to come back, rolling back up into table. Inhale, dropping the belly. And then exhale, rolling into back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Very slowly, inhale, bringing that right knee to the nose. And then exhale, pushing it out. You can either point your foot here or flex it. I prefer to point my foot. Whatever works best for you. Inhale very slowly, bringing that knee towards the nose. And then very gently, with slow movements and the rhythm of our inhale and exhale. And then I invite you to return to center whenever you're ready. Bringing our leg down to a straight line in our nice three-legged table. So I'm going to turn to the front so I can demonstrate on the right side as well. And then very slowly exhale, go ahead and bring the leg up, forming the nice L shape, a nice 90-degree angle. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open up that hip. And then very slowly bring it out to the side. Checking in with the alignment, seeing if you need to do any adjustments. Just allowing yourself to breathe. One more breath. And then exhale. Bring it down. Inhale, bring that knee to the nose one more time. Exhale, push it out. And then bring it to the earth. Taking a little swish back and forth. And then rolling back down into child's pose. Taking a few breaths. Just relaxing, opening up those hips. Using our balancing and strengthening pose of our balancing table and our tiger variation to help keep with opening up and connecting the left and the right hemispheres of the brain, as we did in our alternate nostril breath. Very slowly, whenever you're ready, coming back up into table from your child's pose, placing the hands on the mat, finding where they are underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and tuck the back toes, and very gently begin to push up through the hands. So we're pushing up through the hands, we're engaging our core, and we're beginning to push our knees back into downward facing dog. So take your time and really feel where you are as the body goes back. One step at a time into a nice downward facing dog. Maybe you pedal out the knees. Making sure to push through the palm of the hands. We don't want to push through our wrist. And making sure that we feel this strength and feel the support going up into the arms through the shoulders. And then really allowing the belly to come in towards the spine. So we want to pull the belly in. We want to engage the core. And just allow yourself to breathe. On your next exhalation, go ahead and bring that right leg between your front hands. Bringing the left to join the right. And then exhale, falling forward into our forward fold. If you suffer from high blood pressure or vertigo, you can use a block to hold you here for when we do our forward folds. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, go ahead and bring the hands to the shins, halfway. And then exhale once more, fall forward. Bringing our hands down to the mat. Go ahead and step the left foot back. Setting up for warrior one on the right side. So we want to make sure that the arch of the left foot is almost in line with the heel of the right. We want to make sure that the right knee is aligned over the ankle. And as you go up into your warrior one, you'll feel where your body itself intuitively aligns itself. So inhale, whenever you're ready, go ahead and rise up. Maybe you notice that the foot wants to either come in a little closer, wherever you are. We want to make sure that our hips are square. And just allow yourself to check in. You can bring the arms up overhead. While you hold your warrior one, I invite you to incorporate your deep breaths. You could even incorporate your Durga breath. Breathing, expanding the belly, filling the chest, and letting the chest rise up. And then exhale. Really engaging in this pose. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bringing our hands to heart center. We're going to very slowly turn the left foot to where we're on the back of our toes. We're going to very gently hinge forward at the hips. Bringing our arms back behind us, coming into a nice airplane pose. Some people also call this Superman, and another version of airplane is arms out to the side. Wherever you are in your practice, whatever works for you. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring that left leg back to meet the right. Stretching the body up towards the sky, really opening up the chest. Maybe you play with the baby back bend. And then exhale, bringing our hands to heart center. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, very slowly, flat back. Fall down into a nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway. This time on your halfway, try to rise up a little bit more. So you're engaging through the core, you're pushing into the thighs, and you're bringing the body up to where you're almost forming like the L shape of the back with the legs. And then exhale, fall forward once more. Inhale, reverse swan dive up towards the sky, bringing the hands together, opening up the chest, taking it back into a little baby back bend if you choose. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring that right leg behind you, setting up for warrior one on the left side. Taking a moment to check in with the alignment. Get yourself situated. Checking in with the hips. You may notice that the left side is a little bit different than the right. And when you find what feels good, you can bring the hands up above. You can bring them at heart center. If binding is in your practice, you can wrap the arms behind, clasping at either elbow. Maybe you close the eyes. Checking in with your breath. If Durga Pranayama is not something that you enjoy doing in a warrior one, Ujjayi breath is a good pranayama exercise. So when you inhale, constrict the back of the throat, and as you exhale, keep the back of the throat constricted. It forms the ocean sound. Holding firm, gently. As you exhale, if you had your arms in a bind, very slowly release them. Go ahead and shrug the shoulders, bringing our hands to heart center. We're going to turn that right leg, turning it to where we're coming on the ball of our foot. And you want to make sure that you have a nice foundation. So if you feel shaky, you want to make the adjustment that you need to make. And then very slowly, whenever you're ready, through our hips, we're going to hinge forward, keeping a nice flat back. And then inhale, you can do the arms out to the back or out to the side. Whatever works for you. Engaging the core, engaging through the breath. One more. And then as you exhale, bringing our hands to heart center and bringing that right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, stretch that back up. Really pull the hands up towards the sky. Nice, nice stretch. And then as you exhale, bringing your hands down to the side, palms open, feet aligned under the hips very nicely into our mountain pose, our Tadasana pose. Closing the eyes, taking a few deep breaths. Checking in with the body. You can even bring your right hand to your heart and the left hand to the belly. And then exhale, releasing our hands down to the side. Very gently. So we're going to go into a nice table pose. Not table, excuse me, I'm sorry, chair pose. Now, in chair pose, you can do the variation of bear pose, where we take it a little bit wider. Whatever works for you. If you would like to join me in table, bring in, making sure our feet are underneath the hips. We're going to inhale, bringing the bum down towards us. We're sitting in a chair, making sure that our knees don't go over our toes. Bringing our hands up. You want to make sure that the pelvis is nice and tucked so you're not arching too much in the back. Bringing our hands up. Very nice. Seeing up. Wherever you are in your chair, maybe if you can take it a little bit deeper. So if you're going to join me in bear pose, you want to take the feet as wide as the mat. So it's the same concept of chair pose, except you're doing it wide-legged. It's also referred to as wide-legged chair pose. And then you're squatting down. You still want to make sure that the knees are aligned over the toes. Bringing the hands up. And then very gently, you're going to hinge forward at the hips. Bringing our arms out to the side. So in bear pose, you don't want to collapse and fall into the body. The goal is to do, keeping that nice flat back. A nice hip opener as well, because you're sitting into the pose. One more breath. And then exhale very slowly. If you were in chair pose, go ahead and release the pose, coming down into a forward fold. If you decided to take bear pose variation, stay in where you are with your legs spread. And then if you were in the chair pose and float down, go ahead and walk the feet out towards the sides of the mat. And once more, if you have high blood pressure or vertigo, feel free to incorporate your block. So from here, we want to just check in with the breath once more, check in with the body. And if you're using your block state, you can stay here, or if you're down on the floor, we want to take that right hand, place it right underneath where our nose is. And we're going to very slowly bend that right knee, and then bend the left. And then when you bend the left, you want to open up that body, open up the left side. And then exhale, bring it back down to the earth, straighten it back out, go back to the right, bend the right knee, and then open up the left side once more. Exhale back to center. This time bringing the left hand in front. We're going to bend the left. Very slowly bend the right. And then as you bend the left, you're going to open up. And then exhale, bring it down. Go ahead and bend that right knee. And then once more, open up. Feeling the difference in the stretch as you bend each knee from opposite to the same knee. You may notice that one feels more comfortable, one feels more challenging. The point of the exercise is that whatever feels good and whatever is challenging, whatever moves you that day, allow the body to move you. Movement is medicine. And then exhale, go ahead and bring the hands back to center and then fall forward. And then whenever you're ready, inhale, coming up to halfway. So we're doing a wide-legged stance, halfway point. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive, coming up. Stretching through the hands. Bringing our hands to the center, forming a nice sequel mudra, dropping the fingers around each other, clasping the hands, index fingers towards the sky. We're going to reach nice and tall, tucking the pelvis. And then exhale, opening up to the right. Inhale back to center, nice stretch. And then exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, exhale, opening those cactus arms once more. And then as you exhale, keeping the cactus arms, making sure to bring the body back to center to a nice straight line where your spine is nice up and down. You don't want any arch, any flexion or extension. And then as you exhale, very gently twist towards the right. Inhale back to center. And then exhale towards the left. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, bringing the hands back down to the side. So very slowly, what we're going to do is if you are on the shorter part of your mat, go ahead and take the time to get onto where you have the longer side of the mat, because we're going to take this wide-legged fold or wide-legged stance a little bit deeper, so a little bit wider. So find what feels good. So you may be here today, and that's perfectly fine. Or your body may say, hey, no, I'm here today. So wherever you are in your wide-legged stance, making sure you want the sides of the feet to be in line with the sides of the mat. Bringing our hands onto our hips. We're going to very slowly inhale, exhale, coming down into a nice flat back. You can use a block if you would like to stay here. Or if you would like to take the full expression of a forward fold in the wide-legged stance, go ahead and exhale, falling forward. And then finding where you are, maybe you notice that from here you're able to go a little bit deeper. Maybe you're able to take the forearms down to the ground. Really relax in this nice stretch as we start to cool down the body. If you are down on your forearms, go ahead and inhale, pushing back up, bringing the body to halfway, and then very gently walking the feet, toes first and heel toe in. Coming to where you have the feet right in line with the hands. And then exhale once more, fold forward. Very slowly begin to come down. Squatting down, coming into our yoga squat. So you can either start here and then start, when you start to gauge where you are, very slowly. Coming down into a nice Malasana pose. And then using the forearms to push the knees, the legs out, bringing the hands to heart center. So if you want to bring the ground up to you a little bit more, there's nothing wrong with putting a nice block under the bottom. So you want to make sure that you keep a nice straight spine. And so it's almost like you're doing a heart opener. Well, you are. You're doing a heart opener and a hip opener. You just want to make sure that you're keeping, the point of the pose is to keep a nice straight back. And then very slowly, whenever you're ready, if you had a block underneath, you go ahead, remove it out. And then very gently allow the body to roll down onto the bum, releasing the legs, coming out in front into a nice windshield wiper. Just doing the legs from side to side. When you're ready, go ahead and inhale, bring that right leg up, followed by the left. Go ahead and put the soles of the feet together and bringing our legs down into butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. So if this, you can use the blocks to do a nice restorative pose. So we want to be gentle. We want to continue with the hip opener because it's very relaxing. It helps release a lot of tension. It helps release a lot of emotional tension and stress. But we also want to be good to our body as well. So if the hips are not ready to open and you're feeling any pressure, just incorporate your blocks. And in this posture too, you want to make sure that you keep a nice straight back. Just closing the eyes. And then very slowly opening back up the eyes. Wherever you are in your bound angle, go ahead and take it as if you're taking a step forward. Bringing the feet out just a step forward. Seeing if you can hinge forward, pulling through the hips. Noticing any differences in the body. Your legs may feel a lot more relaxed. And then as you exhale, allow the body to just relax in the pose. Inhale once more. And then exhale. Go ahead and take in the feet. We're going to go ahead and you can use your hands to place them. Take them one more step forward. And feeling how the body feels now. Your legs are starting to form a nice diamond. Coming into a nice cobbler pose. So your cobbler pose can be used as a nice, if you do a yin practice, can be used in your yin practice, especially to help release a lot of tension in the hips and the thighs. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take it another step out further. And then using your blocks, bringing them here, placing them under the knees. We're going to inhale, opening up the chest. And then as you exhale, just very gently, you're going to notice that it's going to be a little bit stiff in the hips. But we're going to do a gentle fold from the hips. And just breathe. So this pose is also really good for if you have lower back or sciatica, problems with the sciatic nerve. This is really good to help stretch the body, to help relieve some of the tension. I use this pose a lot with a family member that has really bad issues with sciatic pain. So they have found it beneficial. Whenever you're ready, gently coming back up. Very gently bringing the knees very slowly back up to center. Waving out the feet. Bringing them back. Center, I'm going to turn to the side. So we're going to start to move down towards the back. But as we start to move down towards the back, I wanted to, as we do the transition, kind of transition down into a nice boat pose variation where we keep the feet on the floor. So taking our hands and putting them on the outside of our calves. We want to do a nice straight arms, get a nice straight back. And just inhale really deep, pulling it down to the belly, just engaging what it feels like. And then as you exhale, Feeling the hands slide up the legs, go ahead and begin to slowly tilt back, making sure to keep that spine nice and straight, keeping our arms nice and straight. Inhale fully, and then as you exhale, a little bit more. Very slowly, taking your time. Making sure to pull the knees together as you go down. Your back goes down lower towards the ground. This will help keep the knees together. Inhale, exhale once more. And then very slowly, whenever you're ready, you're near the, you want to go ahead and just very gently roll each vertebrae, on each vertebrae at a time. And come down to the back. Releasing the legs. Giving them a nice windshield wiper back and forth. And then very slowly exhale, bringing the knees up to the front, up towards the chest. Maybe roll the feet. Giving our legs a nice big hug. You want to take that right arm, wrap it around the body, really using the left hand to pull you up, pulling those knees towards you to where you're tucking your nose in between the knees. And then as you exhale, release out. So from here, very slowly bring the arms out to the side into a nice T. Go ahead and take the right leg, cross it over the left. Taking a deep breath. Inhale, go ahead and bring it back down. Taking the left leg, cross it over the right. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, releasing the leg back down. Closing the eyes. Taking one last stretch, bringing those arms up overhead. Really stretch out as if somebody's pulling you from either side of the toes and the fingers. Inhale deep, and then as you exhale, release it through the mouth. Inhale deep. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale deep, one more. And then as you exhale, release and release the body flat on the back into your nice, well-deserved Shavasana. Finding where you are. Allowing the hands to fall by the side. Just relax. Welcoming your body and welcoming your breath into your time of relaxation, into your Shavasana. Very slowly. Again, to invite the awareness of the physical body back onto the mat, allowing yourself to feel the earth as it supports you, supports the back, supports the hips, the thighs, the feet, the arms, the hands. It cradles and supports the head. Very gently begin to make subtle movements, starting by wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, and becoming aware of the feet as they start to make little circles. Or maybe they windshield wiper back and forth. And becoming aware of the hands as they begin to make little circles, going back and forth. And then maybe notice that the legs rock from side to side as the feet do a windshield wiper. Noticing the hips wanting to rock from side to side. Noticing the head as it's ready, as it begins to nod back and forth for no, nodding up and down for yes. And then very slowly, whenever you're ready, bringing the soles of the feet up onto the earth, raising the knees up towards the sky. Inhale, very deep, stretching the hands up overhead. Taking that nice big inhalation, and as you exhale, rolling over very gently onto fetal posture. Enjoying a few sips of air. Enjoying the last bit of the exhalation. And when you're ready, bringing the hands underneath for support very slowly. Push yourself up into a nice seated posture. Bringing your hands to heart center. As we close the practice, you can bring them to heart center or you can rest them on your knees. Whatever works best for you. in the eyes. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide this evening for your hour Hatha yoga practice. For you, the student or my teacher, I hope you have a beautiful weekend, you get lots of rest, you enjoy lots of laughter, love, and every moment is sacred. The heart and the light in me shines within the beautiful light of you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.